Welcome to Bear Attack Files. This is where the untamed wild meets the unexpected, where real survival stories come alive. Today, we bring you the true story of a man in British Columbia who went for a peaceful solo bike ride and ended up punching a grizzly bear in the face. Yes, you heard that right. It was a calm summer morning in July 2024, and Thomas Bell, an experienced mountain biker and lifelong outdoorsman, set off alone on the wooded trails near Anderson Flats Provincial Park. The air was crisp, the birds were chirping, and the forest trail wove gently along the Skeena River. It was just the kind of quiet, scenic ride he loved, surrounded by nature, far from the noise of everyday life. As he pedaled deeper into the trees, Thomas noticed something odd. The usual sounds of the forest, birdsong, squirrels darting through leaves, wind brushing the canopy, were gone. There was just silence. Thick, heavy silence, the kind that presses against your ears. He slowed his bike. Something in his gut tightened. He looked around. Nothing moved. He coasted forward anyway, rolling into a low meadow surrounded by tall brush. The trail narrowed between the ferns and shrubs. That's when it happened. A sudden rustle, then a deep, thunderous huff. And out of the brush exploded a massive grizzly bear, a sow at least 300 pounds, barreling toward him in a blur of brown fur and muscle. Behind her, two small cubs peeked through the foliage. He had come too close, too fast. She wasn't curious. She was defending her young. Thomas yanked his brakes, skidding to a stop. The bear was already nearly on top of him. In a split-second decision, he threw his bike between them, a feeble shield against a charging predator. The grizzly slammed into the frame, knocking it aside like a toy. But it slowed her just enough for Thomas to stumble back, hands raised, yelling, "Hey, get back!" But the bear didn't stop. She lunged again. What happened next defies every bear safety manual, every survival guide. In a moment of pure instinct and desperation, Thomas punched the bear, swung his fist with everything he had, and connected squarely with the side of her face. And then she stopped. The grizzly blinked, snorted, shook her massive head, and unbelievably, she turned away. Without another sound, she lumbered back into the brush with her cubs close behind, disappearing into the forest as suddenly as she had appeared. Thomas stood frozen, heart pounding, mouth full of dust, hands trembling. For the first time in his life, he had come face to face with death and survived. He wasn't seriously injured. A few scrapes from the fall, a bruised knuckle. His bike was destroyed, the frame bent, tires flat. But he was walking. He made his way back to the ranger station on foot, glancing over his shoulder the entire way. When he arrived, still wide-eyed and breathless, the rangers could barely believe what he told them. "You punched a bear?" "I didn't think," he said. "I just reacted." Wildlife officials released a statement shortly after. They were clear. This man was lucky, very lucky. They emphasized that engaging a bear physically is never recommended. The grizzly likely broke off the attack because she decided her cubs were no longer in danger, not because she was hurt or frightened by the punch. Experts agree. Grizzly mothers are among the most dangerous animals in North America. Fast, powerful, and hyper-protective, especially when cubs are near. That she didn't finish the charge was a blessing, not a strategy. This story is a powerful reminder that luck should never replace preparation. Thomas didn't have bear spray. He was alone. And had he not reacted in just the right way, or had the bear made a different choice, we'd be telling a much darker story today. So, let this be your takeaway. If you travel in bear country, make noise. Avoid thick brush and blind corners. Never ride or hike alone if you can help it. Always carry bear spray. And know what to do before you're forced to act. Thomas Bell survived his brush with death, not because he was stronger than the bear, but because he was lucky enough to walk away. Thank you for watching Bear Attack Files. If this story made your heart race, please subscribe to the channel, share this video with a friend or loved one, and leave a comment below. Would you have done the same thing in his shoes? And remember, in the wilderness, the bear always has the final say.